welcome back to Fantasy Football in 5. Our last episode was episode 2, week 2, starting settings. This episode will be week 3.
So if you haven't heard about our channel, hit the big red button below. Alright, so we're going to begin with some interesting names for quarterback starts. We've got Trevor Siemian, Kirk Cousins, and then Cam Newton.
Now, Trevor Siemian this year has been absolutely phenomenal. He's going up against the Bills defense that is terrible, so expect him to put up a lot of points.
And our sits are Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco, and Philip Rivers.
Now, Philip Rivers, he's been kind of up and down this year, and he's going up against a tough Chiefs defense, so expect him to have lower points than normal. All right, to start off here at starts for running back, we have Beast Mode starting out, and then we have Todd Gurley and Jay Ajayi.
Now, Jay Ajayi has a really, really good matchup this week against the Jets. I mean, anybody who plays the Jets has a good matchup. And as for Todd Gurley, we made this list before his Thursday night game, recorded it after. He went off for us. It was really nice to see that. But yeah, Todd Gurley had a beast of a week, and look for the running backs to do the same.
And then for sits, we have LaShawn McCoy, surprisingly, and then we also have DeQuiz Rogers and LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah, LaShawn McCoy has been struggling in this Bills offense, and so has the whole team. They're going up against the Broncos, who gave up, 8 yards to Ezekiel Elliott. Like, that's mind-boggling to see what Elliott did last year. But look for LaShawn McCoy to be followed up against the Broncos again. So our starts at wide receivers this week, we've got Tyrell Williams, Brandon Cooks, and Jermaine Kearse.
Now, Jermaine Kearse might be a little surprising here, but he's done a phenomenal job as the Jets' #1 receiver, and he's really connected with Josh McCown.
And then our sits, we've got Alshon Jeffrey, Stephon Diggs, and all of the Tennessee wide receivers.
Now, Alshon Jeffrey, he's going up against the the Giants defense, who has been phenomenal the past few years, and expect that trend to continue this week. All right, for starts at tight end, we have Kyle Rudolph, Zach Ertz, also Martellus Bennett.
Zach Ertz has been a really big, or I should say Carson Wentz has been a really big fan of Zach Ertz this season, compiling almost 100 yards against the Chiefs last week. Look for that to continue against the Giants, who the Eagles' offense is going to be on the field a lot because the Giants' offense is terrible. So look for Zach Ertz to have another big week.
And then for sits at tight end, we have Greg Olsen for the foreseeable future. Also, we have Toby Fleener, and who was our last one?
It is Mr. Antonio Gates, who just broke Tony Gonzalez's all-time touchdown receptions for a tight end. Trivia for you: Antonio Gates broke Tony Gonzalez's record. What tight end had his record broken by Tony Gonzalez? If you know it, let us know in the comments. Okay, so some defenses to start. We've got Philly, the Patriots, and the Dolphins.
Now, the Dolphins might be a little surprising here, but they're going up against the Jets, and the Jets have been terrible, probably the second worst team in football, so start the Dolphins.
And then to sit, we've got some big names here: Minnesota, Kansas City, and Houston.
All of these teams have really tough matchups, but especially Kansas City, who's going up against the Chargers, and expect Philip Rivers to throw the ball all over. All right, for starts at kicker, the most important position of all, we have Justin Tucker, Giorgio Tavecchio, and Will Lutz.
Yeah, Will Lutz has been tearing it up out there in New Orleans. 21 combined fantasy points for the first 2 weeks of the season, which is all you can ask for from your kicker. After all, they are the most important position.
And then for sits at kicker, we have Nick Folk, Stephen Gostkowski, and Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, Gostkowski and Vinatieri are some big names here. Vinatieri was a sit last week, and we were right about that. He struggled because the Colts offense struggled. Look for that to continue this week as they play Cleveland. So some guys you're going to want to pick up in your league, if they're available. You got Jermaine Kearse, Amir Abdullah, and Brandon Coleman. Now, Amir Abdullah has pretty much emerged as the Lions' #1 running back. That's a very prolific offense with Matt Stafford at the helm. So look for Abdullah to continue providing fantasy owners with around maybe double-digit points per week.
All right, and now starting off for our drop this week, we have Eli Manning, Fat Rob of the Redskins, and then also Paul Perkins. Now, Paul Perkins has done absolutely nothing this year. He's had, I think, maybe 5 points on the season, so get him off of your roster.
We got him off of our roster as soon as we could, so.
All right, starting off here, this is going to be our bold predictions, and mine is that the Cleveland Browns are finally going to get their first win of the season, and I expect them to put up a huge amount of points.
Yeah, I was going right along with the Browns this week. Deshaun Kaiser will throw for over 300 yards. Mark my words. That was Fantasy Football in 5. Thank you for watching. We deliver all of your fantasy news in 5 minutes or less because, honestly, who would want to watch a 30-minute video on this topic? Yeah, so that was our Week 3 starting sit-em strategy. And as for fantasy,
our fantasy team, we won again in Week 2, and expect that trend to continue for Week 3. We also made a huge trade, which we will reveal next week.